So earlier this year, I mentioned to my team that during 2020, I'd like to read more South African authors. A little while ago, I just mentioned to them that I'd completed Zakes Mda's book, The Madonna of Excelsior. Now, we are getting ready to celebrate World Book Day in South Africa, and in preparation for that celebration, they asked me to read from this book. So, for those who don't know, Zakes Mda's book is set in 1971, when 19 citizens of Excelsior in South Africa's white-ruled Free State were charged with breaking apartheid's Immorality Act. In this book, we meet the main character of fallen Madonna, Nikki, and her family, who are at the heart of the scandal. Now, it is the journey that Nikki's daughter Poppy takes through this novel that I found so complex, so real, raw, and identifiable. And therefore, the ending of this book is really my favorite part, and that's the part I'd like to read today. So I'm starting on page 257. And then the bees began to swarm. They buzzed away from one of the hives in a black ball around the queen, and then they formed a big black cloud. We saw Nikki and Poppy walking under the cloud, following the bees. Or were the bees following them? We did not know. We just saw the woman and the bees all moving in the same direction until they disappeared into a cluster of blue gum trees a distance away. We knew that the bees had succeeded in filling the gaping hole in Poppy's heart. Poppy, who had been ruled by anger, had finally been calmed by the bees. The bees had finally completed the healing work that had been begun by the creations of the Trinity. Yet the Trinity never knew all these things. His work was to paint the subjects and not to poke his nose into their lives beyond the canvas. From the sins of our mothers, all these things flow. This is an amazing book and one I would highly recommend. Happy World Book Day, everyone. And remember, #reading is lit.